So one of the pushbacks that I get so often is around this idea of praying with your spouse. And I really want you to lean into this. One of our principles is be courageous. And it takes courage, I understand. But I also want to go to the principle of simplicity over complexity. Because I think what is happening when we hear this word, pray with your spouse, all of a sudden we go to the complex side of it. A couple of things. One, Angel begged me for years for us to pray together. And I was like you, I resisted until I stepped into it and realized a couple of things. One, simplicity is better, right? And so keeping it simple made it a lot easier. And then two, the blessing that came out of leaning into that moment in our marriage, in our connection, was so rewarding. Like, I want this for all spouses. So when we talk about praying with your spouse, how do we keep it simple? Well, think about it this way. What would happen if you started your morning together as a couple and simply just asked, what's going on for you today? What's happening? What are you worried about? Where are the things that might go wrong? Right? That's a simple question. And out of that will come a list of things that, guess what? You can pray for. And then you share exactly the same thing with your spouse. And in our home, that's exactly what we do. We share what's going on for you today, what's happening. It also gets you connected rather than running out the door or whatever, but it gets you connected first thing in the morning around what's happening. I get connected on what's going on for Angel. Angel gets connected on what's going for me, but we also walk through, here's what's going on that we know that's going on for Clayton. Now he's grown and he's out of the house, but so we hear on that a little bit, but we know certain things that are going on. You know, what's going on with Austin? What is going on with Grayson? What are the things that we know, the challenges that they're facing or things that they're up against or breakthrough that we're praying for? And so we as spouse together are now praying together for our marriage, for our day, and for our children. And that's what we do. We keep it that simple. It takes us 5 to 10 minutes, depending on the conversation. Now, and it's been such an incredible blessing. If you want to make it more complex, if you are comfortable making it more complex, could you do that? Yeah, I guess you could, certainly. But what I'm trying to do is get you to lean into the be courageous side of what would happen, what would it need to look like for you to just simply pray together. Maybe it starts as simply as you two just agreeing, God, I love my spouse, thank you for them, and we're trying to figure out how to pray together. Amen. Right? Keep it simple. Start somewhere. Kind of like we talked about on the exercise. You know, exercising for 10 minutes is better than no exercise at all. Simplicity over complexity. Does it have to be in the morning? No, it could be in the evening. Most important is that you pray together. So you're still going to get resistance at times. I understand that. But if you and your spouse can lean into this together, keep it simple. The gift that is waiting on you on the other side is more rewarding for your marriage, for your life, and for the day and your children and the things that you face. It's so much more rewarding than you could ever imagine. So could you, for 5 days, for 7 days, 1 week, just try it out and keep the prayer simple and see what happens.